when I was 12 years old, my mother had a complete nervous breakdown, and my father had her institutionalized. And, he was a local politician running for re-election, and he, when we questioned him, we said, where's Mum? He told us the truth, and he said, you just can't tell anybody because nobody votes for a guy whose wife is crazy. So she's on holiday. That's the official story. And we kept to that. But, my dad was then stuck with 5 kids. On his way to work, he picked up a hitchhiker. He trusted her because she had a dog. And she was of no fixed abode. She was on her way to, I don't know where, Queensland for the son. And he offered her an abode, which was our house, in exchange for, services as a nanny. And so we came home from school, and it's just like it is in the movie. There she was, this strange woman, a hunting knife sticking out of her boot, her crazy dog right beside her, growling at us. And she just looked around at the pizza boxes and all the unwashed clothes, and she said, "Bit of a mess in here, isn't it?" And she made us clean. She set the dog onto us, and she made us clean. And that, in the film I call her Shaz. But she's based on a real person, and Toni Collette plays her to a T. The person you see on screen is the person that I met when I was 12. Well, we talked about it on the set of Muriel's Wedding because this happened to me in my childhood, and Toni was playing a character based on my sister. So I would say to her, while we were setting up, I said, "You think my sister's story is amazing. I've never told you about Shaz." And Toni said, "Tell me about Shaz." And throughout the years, Toni has always been calling me and saying, are you working on that Shaz story? Because that's really good. But I never really had I couldn't find a way to tell the story because the real Shaz stayed in my life for another 20 years. So that story went on and on. She moved in with me when I was a young film student. She moved in with me when I was down in Melbourne directing television, and always brought with her high drama, always a whirlwind of drama, always pulling knives on people and stuff like that. So I didn't know what part of the story to tell, and then I figured I should just go back and tell the beginning. Toni and I go way back because Muriel's Wedding was Toni's first film and it was my first film. So we travelled the world together with that movie, and no one knew who the hell we were, and we just had a great time. And and so Toni and I have stayed in touch, and she just really gets me. She gets my world. She's already played a member of my family, and Shaz was I suppose you'd call my spiritual mother. I thought, Toni's old enough to play the part now. So when I was writing it, I thought Toni could be good in this. And then, when I finished the script, I was pretty certain I started to hear the lines in Toni's voice. And also, there's a tough side in Toni that Shaz had. A kind of take no prisoners side, and I'm not sure that we've seen Toni do that on film.
I think you're working on Bone as your next film?
I am.
I'm a big fan of the graphic novel. So
am I.
Yeah.
I love that novel. Yeah, graphic epic. It's I'm actually.
Now, is that going to be animation or live action, or how do you do
animation.
This? It has to be.
Yeah, you could. I guess you could do it live action, but I'm really interested in animation. I started as a cartoonist. That was one of my early jobs.
Is it CG computer animation that you're going to do, or?
Well, yeah. I think that's the way everybody does it. CG now.
But this will be your first feature film.
Be my first animation, and I'm really looking forward to it. I know it's a huge time commitment, but I'm really looking. Look, I love the material. I'm a Bonite. So
is Jeff Smith involved, or
Jeff's involved. He reads every draft. He dislikes some things that I do. Other things actually, Jeff once said on one of the things, you know, I wish I'd done that in the graphic novel. Huge compliment. I said, really, Jeff? You really will? He said, yeah, I wish I could go back and redraw it that way.
And is the screenplay finished, or just kind of finishing up work?
Pretty close. I'm actually finishing it up. You know, animation screenplays are very difficult because, well, what's difficult about this material is it's so big. Like, we had lots of discussions. It can't be one movie. You know, we had to conceive of it as I think 3. You know, because it's huge. You've read it. It's over 1,000 pages long all together. And so where does the first film end? Because it has to feel like a complete film. But yeah, I'm hoping to be doing Bone very soon.
Great. Well, looking forward to that.